Hello everyone, welcome to Skills Build Training YouTube channel. Myself Mohammad Zubair, and this channel is all about showing you how to become a highly paid IT pro really fast. So the topic of today's video is Windows FX 11 first thoughts. Is it free Windows 11? So without any further ado, let's get started. While many of you might be sure that you are seeing Windows 11 in front of you, but to your surprise, this is not the case. It is Linux operating system. Yes, we do have the interface of Windows 11, but everything else is from the Linux. Windows FX 11 is based on Ubuntu. So let's have a review and let's have a tour of this particular Linux based distribution and let's talk about what it is. Well, basically, Linux tried to have a Linux-based distribution in which user who use Windows operating system can have something to relate with Windows operating system. Earlier, we had Windows FX 10. Now we have Windows FX 11. It is also called as Linux FX. So first of all, we have two icons at the desktop. First one is Trash and the second one is Microsoft Edge. If you see, the icon is from Windows 11, but the name of this icon is from the Linux distribution. And as Microsoft Edge is here, it means that they have included Microsoft Edge as a default browser in this particular Linux-based distribution. If you click on your Start button, here we have different things that are available in this particular system. And in Linux distribution, you have Application Launcher button. But as we are talking about the interface of Windows 11, we have Start button in here and the icon is also from the Windows. So here we have different things like we have Microsoft Edge as I have talked to you earlier. Then we have Dolphin. Again you see that icon is from Windows operating system but the name is from Linux. Then we have Discover and at the bottom bar we also have this icon and here it says Windows FX Store. And along with it, it also says Software Center. So basically, this is the repository from where you can download different softwares for your system. If we go into all apps, just like the Windows 11, here you have all the information about the applications that are installed into our system. So as you can see, we have the Audacity here, then we have Chat, then also we have Cheese. And if you scroll down and if you keep going, here you can see we have Discover, Dolphin, and the good thing is we also have Google Chrome that is by default in this Linux based distribution. And here we also have the GNU image manipulation program for everything related to our graphics and images. Then if you remember in Windows we have Cortana and in here in this particular distribution they have named it as Helva or anything you want to call it. Then if you further scroll down we have different other things like we have KCalc, basically it's a calculator, they have changed its name but the icon is again from the Windows 11. And here you might be surprised to see that we have KDE Connect and KDE Connect SMS and again we have KDE Partition Manager. So it means that KDE has a big part to play in this particular Linux distribution. Now if we keep scrolling down, here we will have different other things like here you can see we have Microsoft Excel, Microsoft Outlook, PowerPoint, OneNote and many other things. But you can only access these online, means you do not have these one available at your desktop. If you further scroll down, here you have OBS Studio and here we have the icon of Outlook but name is different. Then for online repository we have OneDrive in it and as we have the Microsoft Outlook that we can use online. But for the desktop purposes, we have OnlyOffice in here. As you can see, we have Word from OnlyOffice, we have Excel from OnlyOffice, and we also have the PowerPoint from OnlyOffice. So it means OnlyOffice is installed by default into this Linux-based distribution. If you scroll down further, here we have different other things like we have Spotify and we have Steam. So it means if you are looking to play a different game, you can have Steam into your this system and you can play different games that are available. And the good thing is we have Synaptic Package Manager available in it. Through that, you can download and have different packages into your system and you can start enjoying different things. And here we have TeamViewer for remote desktop access. And after that, we also have some other things like we have virtual desktop. I will talk about this one in detail. If you scroll down, here you have Visual Studio Code and it is installed by default. So many things are pre-installed, means we do not have to install a lot of things. And if you scroll down, we also have the VLC media player. At the end, we have Windows FX power off, means it is setting. From here you can turn off, you can power off, you can log out, or you can sleep your system. Then you have Windows FX store just like this one. And at the end, we have Zoom in here. So these were some of the applications that are included. And now as we are out of it, let's explore rest of the things. Here we have the search button. If you just click on it, what you can do, you can search anything into your system. So here it looks like Windows 11 and somehow Linux as well. Here you have shortcuts to log out, restart or shut down your system. And then here you have different categories in which you can go and you can look for something particular. For example, if I go into games, here I have my Steam. If we go into multimedia, we will have our VLC media player, Spotify, OBS Studio and many other things. And same goes for Office. Like you can see, we have Microsoft products for online use, then we have only Office products for desktop use. So these were some of the categories, or you can say directories, where you can go and you can find and look for something particular. At the top, we have one more section or one more label that says widgets. If you just click on it, here you can see these are different widgets available into this Linux distribution. So what you can do, you can add these widgets at your desktop or you can perform different other things with that. So now let's get out of it and let's explore the rest of the system. Here we have the desktop options. If you just click on it, what it will do, it will open virtual desktop for your system. So here you can see at the moment we only have one virtual desktop, and in case if you want to add more, just keep pressing on this plus sign, and here you can see it is adding more and more virtual desktop. But in Windows 11 we have this option at the bottom, but again it's a mixture of Windows and Linux in here as well. Other than that, we have widgets in here, so I will just click on it. So here you can see the name is widget, but everything else is from Linux. As you can see here, we have the interfaces of these widgets somehow similar to Windows 11, but everything else, I mean name, their functionality is pretty similar to Linux distribution. So again, this is a blend of both Windows and a Linux distribution for both type of user, so that they can have both type of operating system at their hand at one moment. Now here we have different tools in this tray. So if I just click on this drop up arrow, here you have different things like you can have your notification in here, you have your night color control, then you have your vault, and you have your clipboard here as well. Other than that, we have our internet connectivity icon, then we also have our USB, and here we have our battery icon. Here you have all your notification. So if you just click on it, you will have all the notifications in here. And if you just click on this button or check this option, now you will not have any notification up to the time that you will select from here. So you can select minimum of 1 hour and you can go up to until manually disabled. And now let's explore what we get after right clicking on the screen. So here you can see we have one option that says refresh desktop. And if you remember, in Linux distribution we do not have such options to refresh our desktop. But as I have mentioned that this particular operating system is a blend of Windows operating system and Linux operating system, that is why we have refresh desktop, but rest of the things are from Linux like add widgets, add panel, enter edit mode and other things. If you right click on your taskbar, which is right here, in Windows 11 it will open taskbar setting, but as it is blend of Windows and Linux, this time it is opening add panel, add widgets, select flexible size. So if you are coming to this operating system just thinking that it will be just like Windows 11, this is not the case in here. Okay, let's go to search, and from there I'll go to my games and let's see if we can right click on it or not. So here we have different options, and the things that I wanted to show you was add to panel. So in Linux distribution we had that option. that you can add any application or anything onto your desktop or onto your panel. So from here you can do both things. So I'll just click on add to panel and this theme will get added to my panel. So I will just get out of this. So here you can see we have Steam available in here successfully. Now we are talking about Linux distribution and how is it possible that we forget about our terminal. Let's see what do we have as terminal in this particular operating system. I'll just write here terminal. Okay, we have console available in here. They have changed its name. So this is the console that is available in this operating system. But the good news is we also have the PowerShell that is available in Windows operating system. So if I click on my start button, here you can see we have Microsoft PowerShell available as well. So I'll just get out of this. I will close my console and now let's see what are the settings in this particular operating system. This is the system setting. I will just click on it. The gear is from the Windows 11, but let's see what does it has to offer in terms of the features and functionalities. Well, the icons and the interface and even spacing is almost pretty same, just like the Windows 11. And here we also have same sections and same categories, just like Windows 11. But yes, we get to feel that there is something changed and it is pretty similar to Linux. Let's explore what do we have in display. So from here, as you can see, these categories are available in your Linux distribution if you remember. And here we can change different things, like you can change your resolution from here, you can have different orientation, and you can have a refresh rate for your screen. At the moment, only one option is available, and then you also have the global scale. It means it will increase the size of everything. After that, you have your desktop effect. You have your gamma and night color. In desktop effect, you can do different other things. You have your mouse options, then you have your track mouse, and you have other things that you can perform in this particular category. And here we have different other things or different other categories that we can go through and we can perform. If you remember, in Windows 11, we have a separate section that says update and security. We just have to click on that one and the update section open up. But in this operating system, when you open your setting, you will have your Windows FX update button straight away. We do not have to go to any subcategory and then look for updates. You just have your button straight away in front of your eyes. Well, privacy has been separated with security, and then we have different other things just like any Linux distribution. So if I scroll down here, we have different other things that you can perform. And if we go into about section and let's see what this system is about. Well, obviously the system is 64-bit, edition is free, version is 11, and OS build is 11.0.101. Let's have some more information about the system. To do so, we have to open our terminal or console. So I will just write here terminal. Here it is. I will just click on it. Well, this time I will write here NeoFetch. Let's see what does it has to offer. Well, if you see here, the icon here is pretty much the Windows 7 one. And if you remember, in Windows 7, we have flag of something like this. And here we have all the other information about this system, like Windows FX, the host is VirtualBox, then the packages are TPKG, shell is bash, resolution is 1920 by 1080. And if we go down in themes, we have Willow Light Blur, which is Plasma. And in icon, we also have Plasma, and terminal is console, and the CPU is Intel i5, and the memory that it is using at the moment is 978 megabytes out of almost 4.5 gigabytes. And as we are into console, you can see we have a lot more options than those we get in Linux distribution. Like here you have different things. For example, if you just click on it, what it will do, it will split the view in vertical manner. In here, it will split the view in horizontal manner. Then we have different options, and here you also have some options in the top bar that you have in your Linux distributions. So I will just get out of this, and now let's say you are a Windows user and you might think that this is the Windows 11, and now let's say you want to open CMD. You will just click on the start button and you will start typing CMD. Here it does not respond to that request. While in the previous version, that was Windows FX 10, if you would have written here CMD, it showed terminal in here. But now you have to be really specific of what you are looking for. This is our file explorer, and obviously they have named it as Dolphin. And if you see here, the icons are pretty much same than those in Windows 11. And here you can see that we do not have the spacing just like the Windows 11. In Windows 11, we get more spacing. And the categories are also from the Linux based distribution. It means the main structure is from the Linux distribution, but they have tried to give the touch of Windows 11 through the interface. As you can see, the color scheme, the icons are from Windows 11, but everything else is from Linux distributions. At the end, let's explore the software center of this particular system. So I will just open it. So here we have different applications that are available that you can go through and you can explore. And here you have different categories, just like any other Linux distribution. And in case if you want to search for something particular, just click on it and you are good to go. But the good thing is they have separated the settings section. So just click on it and you will have all the settings related to your software center. So here you can see we have Snap available. We also have the FlatHub repository that is available in here. And down here you can see it is giving us the information about the missing backends like Flatpak. And we also have the package kit, and we also have something missing from the Snap. And if I were to conclude today's video, I would say that this is not a free Windows 11. Yes, the interface is from Windows 11, but everything else is not from Windows. Because the main structure, or you can say on the back end, everything is Linux, only the interface is from Windows 11. And even in interface, there are a lot of things that will surprise you and you will have an idea that this is not a Windows 11. So if you are interested to choose this one, or if you are interested to check this out and you have better idea that how to use any Linux distribution, then this one is good for you because it is a very lightweight and there are a lot of things that are pretty similar to the Windows 11. It means you do not have to use your command line in a lot of cases, and you can do a lot of stuff with the help of your mouse. So in case if you are a beginner and you are just excited to see this one, this is not for you, because you might find yourself get lost into this particular operating system. And with that, we are done for the today's video. Please leave a like and subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon along with it. And if you have anything to ask, please leave a comment below. We'll get back to you as soon as possible. Till the next video, take care.